August of 1986, Warner Brothers released Paul Simon's 7th solo album, Graceland. In a time when Prince and Madonna were Warner's biggest and best-selling artists, Graceland in itself was an unusual mix of rock, pop, zydeco, and South African music. A record that was somewhere in the middle of the Hot 100s in September of '86 ended up selling 14 million copies worldwide and won the Grammy for Album of the Year in February of 1987. And the lead single from this record is a bundle of bass goodness called You Can Call Me Al. There is so much cool stuff happening on the low end of this song. It's amazing. First, let's talk about that bass line. This bass line was originally recorded by the great South African bassist Bakithi Kumalo in the style of, I hope I'm saying this right, Mbaqanga, a blend of traditional African singing combined with contemporary instruments like guitar and bass. That Mbaqanga rhythm puts emphasis on the and of 2 and the and of 4, just like this bass line is doing. On a typical pop song, a bassist might choose to play fingerstyle during the verse and then take it up a notch and slap during the choruses. Not Bakithi. I love how he flips it. He's actually slapping on a fretless, very front and center, and playful during the verses. And when the chorus kicks in, he backs off to accommodate that horn line. Also, dig that horn part. This song only has 3 chords, 1, 4, and 5. The whole thing is very much in the style of Mbaqanga. That's not the only bass in the song, by the way. There's another fretless bass line. I like to call this the bone digger line. This one comes in with the background vocals. And another fretless bass line that's kind of playing counterpoint to what the main bass line is doing. Although Bakithi will combine these 2 parts when you see him playing it live. And there's actually one more bass part. If you look up the song's credits, you'll see that Paul Simon himself is credited as playing 6-string bass guitar on this track. It sounds to me like he plays a Dan Electro type 6-string tic-tac bass, like the kind you might hear on old country records. I almost forgot. There's a bass solo in this song, isn't there? Yes, I think we all know by now how this went down. Bakithi played 1 measure. And then the engineer took it and played it back in reverse for the 2nd measure. But contrary to popular belief, this solo is not a palindrome. The 2nd measure is not a mirror image of the 1st. I would say it's kind of flipped and nudged over just a little bit. This is what the 1st bar looks and sounds like. And here's what the 2nd bar looks and sounds like, but not reversed. It's not really the same bar, but when we take it and put it next to the 1st measure and we reverse it, we get this. Voila! At least that's what it sounds like to me. There's a reason that bass players have loved this song and this album for years. The bass is the central part of the record. Not only is it prominent in the mix, it's at the heart of everything on this album. Recalling the album Graceland, engineer Roy Halley said, "The bass line is what the album is all about. It's the essence of everything that happened." I couldn't agree more. So trust your rhythm section. And by all means, turn up the bass. Mbaqanga. Mbaqanga. That Mbaqanga. 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 Can't even